40 now for 1st and 10. They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And a run like that shouldn't surprise anyone who's ever seen Javonte Williams play. Compact, strong, physical runner. He ran for 1,000 yards at North Carolina last year. In fact, it was over 1,100 and 19 touchdowns in addition. And that's despite sharing the backfield with another 1,000-yard rusher, Michael Carter, who was taken in the 4th round by the Jets. Najee Harris and Travis Etienne were taking over him, but many thought that Javonte Williams might be the best back in the draft.
On first down, Brady. Eluding the pressure right. Touchdown, Falcons! Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And some room to run now. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. After the sack on first down, Jackson. That's complete to John Ross. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On the handoff, it's Akers. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point splits the uprights.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround What is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Now here's Ross. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
On the give, this is Akers.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
54 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. These two teams all tied after one.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Stop your body. Hey, Trevor.
Throwing is Brady on third down.
Lets this go for Renfro downfield. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Kelvin Joseph.
And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. John Ross hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Brady now on first down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Brady. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Akers has got the first down and then some. And all the way up to the 46. 75 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And finding the tight end Hooper.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Third down, Jackson flush to his right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check 59, right? 59,
Here's Brady to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd down, it's White. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. A gain of 7, and they pick up the 1st.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Again, Jackson going deep downfield for Ross. And this one is incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Jackson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Yeah, that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
143 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right. He'll get just a yard. On the scramble, it's 2nd down. They go play action with Jackson. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
They try to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack on offense. Sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
And that will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. From the gun, it's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does him no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Brady will try again on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off Byron Jones.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. And even 150 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. 2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. It's caught by Hooper. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down. Here's Muhammad. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13. A quick throw now complete to Ross. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. Second and 5 from the 8. Now a give. Akers running left. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Going right back to Akers. And he is going to lose yardage here.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And his kick here is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, take really didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Shotgun now for Brady. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Another costly turnover, their 2nd of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
But it's football.
Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
They'll run here with Akers.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It was Dante Fowler who got in there to bring him down.
Again, it'll be Akers.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming. They go play action now. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And it's caught. And he is out of bounds here. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker.
They'll run for it with Akers.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Cam Akers.
His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. The extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Now Brady's throw there, incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Check it, reload. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. I got it. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Wild Bill.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady. And they'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Check Mike. Check Mike. Cover.
Brady now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Jackson to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ross. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. Throw by Brady, incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10. Now Brady. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And a fast footwork by White. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's White. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
To throw is Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Brady to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Now Brady. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts them up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw, Brady. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And that